When a woman is done with you, she will always leave in peace.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. So in today's video, I was able to put up some stitches of women sharing the reason why they lose interest in relationship and what you should actually check out for as a man if you feel that your woman is actually losing interest in you. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts and let's dive into it.
One way to tell that your woman is no longer interested in you or that she's checked out is when she stops fighting you, when she goes silent. It's because she's lost interest in you. That's why she's not checking for you. That's why she's not arguing. That's why she's not clapping back anymore, because she's good. She's emotionally and mentally disconnected, and she's most likely planning her escape or planning her next move or planning to leave you. And usually this is because you have shown her in some way, shape, or form that you can't validate her feelings. You don't respect her opinion, her feelings, and don't care to validate her experiences in the relationship, which ultimately leaves her feeling like you don't care. And so since you don't care, she learns to protect herself, which looks like disconnecting her emotions and disconnecting herself mentally from the relationship, from you ultimately. And that's why when you do what you do, it doesn't affect her anymore, and it's only a matter of time that she's done.
When a woman is done with you, she will always leave in peace. When a woman fights with you, however, she is probably going to stay and try to work things out with you, because women, when we fight, it's because we care. But when we stop fighting, it's because we stop caring. And when we stop caring, we walk away. That's why when a woman is truly done with you, she will literally take her things, pack everything up, mourn the relationship, and then walk out the door and never ever look back.
There's one big reason why women lose interest in the bedroom. And I hear it from so many of my clients, and they feel really bad about it. But they come to me and they say, like, I just have nothing left. I'm not attracted to him anymore. I have no interest in intimacy. I don't even want to be touched. He's just a roommate now. And one of the main reasons this happens is because women don't feel heard. They've been asking for what they need for years. They've been asking to go to therapy. They've been asking to have conversations about the issues. They've been asking to be able to share how they feel. They've been asking for emotional safety. And they just get to a point where they realize this person doesn't care about me. Maybe he doesn't even like me. This person has no interest in how I feel, what I have to say. And at some point, they just lose interest because they're not feeling heard. They don't feel seen in the relationship. They feel lonely in the relationship. And it's a total turnoff. And so their heart just shuts down because they don't want to get hurt anymore. And therefore, their body shuts down too. And they're no longer interested. And once women get to that point, it's very hard to go back. It's very hard to unring that bell. But that is a huge reason why women lose interest.
When a woman has moved on, she has moved on. Man, I'm telling you, you think she'll be around forever because she's stuck by you and all your bullshit for so long, but she will eventually leave. And when she does, she will never come back. Keep fucking up. Keep playing in her face. She will disappear on you and she will leave quietly. That's how you'll know that she's done for good. No more arguing, no more sending you long paragraphs, no more trying to talk things out. She will have spent all of her energy and she'll have nothing left to give you, all because you didn't appreciate her, and we can only take so much rejection. She will give you grace. Oh Lord, she will give you so much grace because she loves you and desperately wants to make things work. You'll often get more than 3 strikes, but keep pushing the limits of her tolerance. You don't know what will finally break her, but I guarantee you the day will come when she finally detaches from you completely. And when that happens, there will be nothing you can do to get her back. When we're done with you, you might as well be a ghost. And we're quick to move on too. You could have been stringing us along for months, even years. But once we're through, we'll be engaged, married, pregnant by the time you decide to pop back up and see if you can try us again. No. Go play with somebody else. You are a memory, a distant memory. She's giving you that, I don't know this man energy. The sad part is that she really loved you. Like really cared deeply for you, to have given you so many chances, and you just took her for granted. You woke up too late because of what? You couldn't stop living your best life out in these streets? You were stuck on needing instant gratification and fleeting hookups and random female validation. Have fun with that. Enjoy settling for someone else because you took too long to change for her.
When a woman ends a relationship, she already had tapped out a while ago, but she's hanging around just in case you decide to just wake up, appreciate her. And so therefore when she ends it, she's done, been done.
Yeah.
So when a guy goes, "Rah, you women are cold," you know, you just just end it and you're done.
It's not been a split decision.
It's like, my dear, I had to think about my children, I had to think about my family, think about your family, think about like everything. Like me is the last person. And it's like, so for me, it took a lot to end it, and I just knew, based on just observation and the environment, that this person doesn't have any desire to grow. This is who they are, and I'd grown so much from when I met him that we just were on different pages.
I think a lot of the time when women end relationships, it's not irrational.
No,
I feel like there'd be a A4 pad somewhere with notes that you've taken reflecting. I feel like you would have had group chats. I feel like you would have been discussing it for time rather than just, you've got on my nerves, I'm gone. I feel like sometimes
it's not
with
an
us
impulsive
men,
decision.
with
No.
men, I think a lot of the times ours is based on a reaction.
Yeah.
You know what? You disrespected me.
I'm done. And then 10 minutes later you come back.
And we're saying we're done in the hope that you now react to that
Yeah.
and show us that, you know what? No, but baby, come back.
Babes, I want you.
A woman moves on. Let me tell you, I want you to know that it took him a long time to move on. And when you ask, you're like, why'd you move on so fast? Why didn't you give me any chances? I'm sorry. She's heard that multiple times. She's given you multiple chances. She's told you what was bothering her. She's expressed her feelings. She's cried in front of you. She was getting depressed. She had anxiety every single day thinking you were going to change. But after 100 chances, after 100 arguments, after crying every single day, day and night, she finally got the courage to walk away. And you sit there and you're like, what did I do wrong? You know what you did wrong? You didn't listen. You did not listen, and she finally walked away, and she's gonna better herself. It's not about you. It's about her now. She has moved on, and yet she loved you so much, and she gave you so many chances, and she finally lost love for you because you never listened.
I think women, when they're done, they are done.
When it comes to breakup, it takes a lot for women to decide if this is over. It's gonna take little small disappointments and accumulates into a point where she goes, this is it. But once she decides, there's no fucking going back. But for men, they won't know it until that happens.
That's true. And then
they regret and want to win her back, and it's over. And then they be saying shit like, oh, because she's old, you know, she always wanted to leave now. But dude, like, she give you probably many chances.
I actually hear that a lot from guy friends, and it just goes over their head like the breakup came out of nowhere. I guarantee you she's been communicating with you for years about this. You didn't listen. You didn't listen.
A woman, she will break up with you in her mind first. Leave his ass. A woman will break up with you in her mind first, and then her body will follow. And it won't matter how much money you got or what car you drive, your soul is shallow. When she's craving something deeper and you lack the substance to understand depth, to understand what it's like staying up all night thinking about somebody that you love and you barely getting rest because they ass is too selfish to allow love in. And that's all I know how to give. So now you breaking your own heart while you're trying to help them understand they shit. And it's not even what you did, but the principle behind the fact that I was supposed to be your friend. Some men love the idea of a good woman more than the responsibility of having to show up for one. Listen, kick his ass out. So I guess it makes more sense for him to give pieces of himself to different women so don't nobody require his ass or nothing. Some men love the idea of a good woman more than the responsibility of having to show up for one. So I guess it makes more sense for him to give pieces of himself to different women so don't nobody require his ass or nothing. Laying in the bed with a man who only knows how to give half-ass love, wondering why you never feel full, and your spirit is craving more. If you do everything on your own and you go into bed feeling alone, what the hell he even there for? Besides dick. I'd rather practice patience than be regretting time wasted. Planning first-class flights to forever with a person just for you to end up on a plane alone because they said they couldn't make it. A woman will break up with you in her mind first, and then her body will follow. And it won't matter how much money you got or what car you driving when your soul is shallow. It's like he wanted me to...
If your woman withdraws or starts to shut down on you, more than likely it's something that you've done or said that makes her feel like it's not safe to love you. Like as men, we tend to get it confused. We think, she must be complacent. She done got too comfortable. When ironically, it's probably the exact opposite. More than likely, she's not comfortable at all. And now her guard is up, which means her affection is down. And no, it's not spite, it's survival mode. And the more that you push on her to just snap out of it, the more you criticize her, the more that you threaten to leave if she don't step it up or, talk about her looks or her energy being negative, the more you just validate her decision to get emotionally distant from you because obviously you don't get it. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is whenever you don't even make a valid effort to try to understand how she feels because you're so consumed with how much her withdrawal is inconveniencing you, instead of acknowledging the fact that just by trying to love you, your woman is spiritually withering away right in front of you. And if that goes on long enough, man, she gonna pull away so far that no apology, no begging to go to therapy, no nothing is gonna pull her back in so you can have another chance.
These are things girls do when they're losing interest. Girls, confirm or deny in the comments. And guys and girly pops, click save, keep listening and take notes. Number 1. When a girl first starts to lose interest in you, if she didn't have the ick before, she's definitely got it now. Every little thing you do will start to annoy her. And this just leads to her picking arguments over the smallest of things. If she starts making arguments over the teeniest of things, sit her down and have a chat with her because it's definitely not those things at all. And there's probably much deeper rooted issues. But on the flip side, if she normally does this and all of a sudden she isn't, it's probably because she's that emotionally withdrawn that she doesn't even have the energy to argue with you anymore. Number 2, the Titanic. Girls will emotionally detach before they physically detach. So if you can't remember the last time she initiated wanting to see you, she's pulling back and letting the ship sink. And number 3, if the people she's got on social media know what's going on in her life before you do, she probably doesn't even realize she's doing it, but it's because she feels pushed away and isn't telling you about the ins and outs of her day anymore.
Listen to this. When a woman's fed up, no matter what you say, I'm gonna tell you some things that you know for a fact. Your woman is fed up. Number 1, she don't even complain no more. When a woman stops complaining, believe you me, that relationship has seen its last days. It's only a matter of time. Women usually plan their escape. See, that's one thing I will admit about a woman. They plan their escape. Most women wait for the right moment to walk away. They don't just walk away because most women are very strategic with their exit strategy. Number 2, there's no more complaining. At the end of the day, she can see you doing something crazy and she won't say anything. Because at the end of the day, her heart don't live there anymore. Her heart has done moved on to another address. She may care about you, but at the end of the day, when a woman usually gives up, that means she really tried everything she could possibly try. And she just doesn't even see any more options. Number 3, At times we complain about the fact that women like to nag us a lot. When the nagging stops, you better believe that the relationship has definitely ended. I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes you gotta realize that even if women complain, you have to be the shoulder for them to cry on. Because if you're not the shoulder to cry on, someone else will. And that's just the truth of the matter. You gotta understand that women are women, men are men, and you have to be understanding that women and men don't think alike. Therefore, understanding how to understand a woman. But if a woman isn't nagging with you and complaining and saying things anymore, it's over. Number 4, she don't even ask you where you're going anymore. Notice, see, those things you used to care about, you used to be like, damn, she's so annoying, always want to ask me where I want to go. She ain't asking you no more. I wonder why. I think she done moved her heart to a new location, baby. There are signs that you have to be able to see when it comes to women, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. Women, they usually take the longest to leave. But when they leave, they're usually gone forever. Number 5, you won't see the effort. You won't see the trying. You won't see anything. I'm going to tell you something. When a woman is over you, you will see this. There's no effort. There's no trying. She won't say anything. Because I'm going to tell you, there are times that men, we complain about our women and the effort they give, and we take it for granted in a sense. I call it the coffee table syndrome. A lot of us put our feet up and we get comfortable in relationships. And then when a relationship ends, we complain about the fact that she didn't want me anyway. Now, it's not that she didn't want you. Sometimes it's the silent cries that we ignore as men. Let me say that again. It's the silent cries we ignore as men. I'll give you a quick example. If your woman is complaining about a fork in the sink, there's a bigger underlying issue. You need to wake up and see it. You like she complaining about forks. She complaining about the fact that you leaving this over there in your socks and the sneakers. That's not the big problem. There's a bigger issue that you just don't want to see. So when a woman start complaining about little things, you better believe there's a bigger issue. If you didn't hear this from me, you better hear it if you want to keep your relationship. Don't let that go over your head.
I seriously love this. When I came across these stitches, I find it super interesting because I think that a lot of women or a lot of relationship has actually had this kind of phases. So this has to do with, what a lot of people face in their relationship and the truth behind when a woman, decided that it was just too much for her. Oftentimes in relationship, men complain, that women nag a lot, that women complain a lot, women are so aggressive, they, snub you or whatsoever and all of that, but without them actually realizing that when a woman complains a lot, nags you off, asks you questions, where are you, when are you coming home and all of that, and she keeps, asking you or trying to, settle things with you in case you guys have any form of disputes, and you as a man, you try as much as you can to keep avoiding anything that'll bring about, communications and trying to settle any dispute at which you guys have. Like, you try to shy away with it instead of you to actually sit down and listen to this woman, then maybe settle your dispute. You try to tame her aggressive, complains a lot. Oh my gosh, she's just on my nerves. Oh my goodness. When you see a woman that does that, seriously, love this woman cares about you, loves you, don't want to lose you, want the relationship to work, looking towards achieving a very fruitful, positive and long-term relationship with you. But you as a man, in the other hand, you see it as a form of disturbance, as a form of this woman being so needy, as a form of this woman complains a lot. Sometimes she will even call your attention for you guys to settle your dispute. You tend to shove it off, you tend to don't even give a light on how to settle down or settle your dispute or the dispute you have with this said woman. And now this woman is so fed up, of the complaining, fed up of you not giving her a listening ear, fed up of you calling her nagging instead of you to just sit down, listen to her and try to solve your dispute. No, she becomes so tired and fed up. And now you see her on her own. She does not complain anymore. She does not want to, like, check up on you anymore. If you come home late, she doesn't care. If you don't eat home, she doesn't care. If you hang out frequently with the boys, as usual, she does not really care anymore. This is when this woman has or is already leaving the relationship. Just like what these women, said in the stitches that I was able to put together, a woman lives, emotionally before she lives physically. So when you see or when you notice that a woman that you know very well, who complains a lot, who try to query you or ask you questions about things like personal things and all of that, maybe this woman that have to complain anytime you come back home late, then all of a sudden she just stop, she just becomes so silent, she does not complain anymore. And you're like, oh my God, she's actually changing. I think she's changing. She is not. She is not. She is just leaving the relationship, but you are not aware. To you feel that she's changing. She's trying to make the relationship work. Like, seriously. And while you continue with the said behavior that she complains about, and you think that she will just put up with that, keep waiting for you to come around and all of that. Like, seriously, it doesn't always work the way you feel that, or you see it. This woman is gradually leaving you. She's gradually learning to love herself. She's gradually saving her energy up for herself. She does not want, she's gradually finding her peace. And when this woman eventually finds her peace, the way at which she will leave you, the way at which she will actually, ignore you, it will actually give you a sense of, I don't get it. Seriously. And this is most things that some guys, don't take seriously. You will see a woman who often complain, cares about your well-being, cares about what you do, who you hang out with, who you want to spend your time with. You see this as, oh, she's so controlling. Why is she finding out? Why is she not letting me do whatsoever I want to do? Why is she not letting me hang out with the boys? Why is she not letting me do A, B, C, and D? Or you might even end up tagging her a woman that is a nagging woman. This woman does all of these things because she cares about you, and she's so scared of losing you. But you, on the other hand, you are seeing it as a disturbance. And later on, this woman learns to find her own pace, learns to be on her own space, learns not to disturb you anymore. In that period, the woman is already moving on. In few words, most of the divorce that was initiated by a woman, for her to open up and tell you about this divorce, that means she has already left you for a long time before she brings herself to tell you about separating. And this is what a lot of people do not even understand. And a lot of women have this attribute. A lot of women have this characteristic, and that is how a relationship that is very beautiful and blossom, but all because you do not want to listen to your partner, you don't want to sort things out, you are just claiming I too, or I know it all, and all of that, you are losing your relationship. A relationship that took you years to build. I think both male and female need to do more. They need to do, put in the work in order to actually, get a successful and a pretty and relationship. Anyway, lovelies, when I saw these videos and the stitches, I was like, wow, women have learned of these, characters, and I decided to put it up here. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. So please, share this video, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. And I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.